Hey, Jack? Susan? No? Oh, Catherine, that's right. I almost sent you an email. I was so embarrassed to call you Susan again. Susan's one of our old students. I don't know if you ever met her, but for some reason she was on my mind. Okay, let's do some silk reeling. So yesterday or yeah, the day before we did one series. We're going to do another series today. Neck turns. And center and head rolls. And reverse. And down to center and back up. Forward spinal wave. And reverse. Shoulders. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And alternates. And reverse. And double. And reverse. And good. The hip. And reverse. And the other side. reverse. And alternates. And reverse. And double. And reverse. The grindstone. And reverse. And all the way. And reverse. Elbows. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And alternates. And reverse. And reverse. And good. And squats, starting on the left leg. And then the right leg. And the left leg again. And the right leg again. And prayer position. Okay, hands on the knees, up slowly. Keep your head down a moment. Diagonal reels. When you do these reels, and also when you do it in the form, um, your forearms, when you go down, right, your forearms should be parallel with your thigh, because you're using, right, you're using this claw So it's like this is folding down into the white here. And your arms do that too. Now it's not quite that mechanical, but you get the idea, right? So one thing you can think of is your Dan Chen is closing to your knee, right? Remember, it's like a big spiral, right? So it's spiraling down. Right, and then the other side. Same thing. Lazy dragon. Now, back in the old days, when Master Zhang was still young enough to do this, it's not a two-dimensional exercise. It's a three-dimensional exercise. So let me illustrate from this side, right? It's not this. Right? It's this. And back in the day when he was young enough, Master Zhang would literally turn 90 degrees without moving his feet, right? So he was like this. And you go down and then you come out. Watch this hand. I'm just going to let this slide on my thigh. And if you're doing this the gung ho way, you should be sliding all the way down and sliding all the way back. Now I'm not moving my hand. I'm just moving my body, right? And my hand is just going with it. All right, and the other side. So there's a trick to this movement, and actually to it's in the application itself. Guys, this is a hard move. If we really do this right, I don't know about you, but I will be out of breath when I'm done. This is a hard exercise. All right? So, you work it out the way that works best for you. One of the things that you want to do is get your chest out of the way when you come down and in. And what I mean is this. You come up here, you don't want the core of the body to just be still. It's actually pumping, right? You're in the center chest as you come up. In fact, you're using the center chest to pull yourself up, and this guy's got hold of your hand. It's pulling him up too. Now you want to drop down and escape. And in order to do that, you have to drop. You have to empty this point. Now you don't crush it in on purpose. You never do that. What you do is you just relax down into the dantian. And that will hollow the chest out, just sort of naturally. Now I say drop into the dantian, but it's the back of the dantian, the Mingmen acupuncture point. All right? So first, you use the tanzhong, the center chest, to pull yourself up. This whole thing is a big triangle. Watch. One leg, the second leg, the third leg, back to where you began. So on the hypotenuse, you use the tanzhong. And now you relax down into the back of the dantian, and now you let that drive you out on this side. And there you are back again. Tanzhong, sink into the Mingmen, Mingmen. Tanzhong, sink into the Mingmen, and let the Mingmen lead you out. Sometimes we don't think of the acupuncture points as leading points, but that's actually a really important function. And this is a perfect example. You literally use this point, right? Mentally use this point to bring it up. In other words, you're not focusing on your hand. You're focusing on the core of the body. Boom. All right? The hand is very soft. And now, right, I'm going to, now what this does, I don't know whether you can see this, all right? What you're really doing is getting out of your own way. And what I mean is you're doing this. All right? You're getting your chest out of the way so that you can go back the other direction. All of that is done with the core of the body, not really with the arm. The arm's just boom. That particular trick is used all the time in the form. If you were in a tournament, at least in China, and if they saw you doing that, they would put you at this level rather than at this level, all right? So, watch. You're always shifting in between these 2 points because what they describe is the thoracic hinge joint. That's what we call it in the West. What I call it in my head is the thoracic piston. Right? It acts much more like a piston to me. That's the single biggest, strongest joint in the body. It's essentially your spine, right? So a lot of folks miss that in Tai Chi because it's more difficult. Right? That's more difficult than just doing this. But you can see why it would really help your spinal health, because it's pumping your cerebral spinal fluid as you do that. Anyway, that's what you should be doing. Catherine, what do you think? This is not an easy move.
It's not easy, but you explained it really well tonight.
Good, good. Okay, so pay attention to that move. It is a difficult one. Just work on it over the months as we go ahead, and then you can take it directly into the Tai Chi form, right? Okay, wrists. And the other side. And double. And stretches. And the other side. And reverse. And the other side. And relax your wrists. And good. And the ankles. And the other side. And rotate. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And close. And open. And close. And open. And close. And open. And close. And open. Doling. and touch the earth. And close your pores. Salute our masters and salute your classmates. Thank you, everyone. Guys, have a great day. We will see you tomorrow. Ciao.